Hello and welcome to the Today's Money Masters. I'm Jean-Paul Manu. The Today's Money Masters competition comprises 3 professional investors and a novice, each provided with $500,000 to invest. The participants will invest in stocks, bonds, and collective investment schemes. They will share their strategies over a 1-year period. At the end of the period, the top portfolio manager will be declared. So let's join the masters for this very exciting journey. On today's program, we are joined by Richard Longmore, our novice in the competition. He's from Jamaica Racing Commission. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Good. Welcome. You bought 3,000 units of Carreras Group Limited, Richard. Where do you see this stock going and why?
Okay, well, Carreras is a unique stock. If you look at the past year performance, it has somewhat underperformed. So when I examined the price as well as what's happening in the market, I think I'm getting this at a good value. I looked at its whole operating costs and how the value have grown, where it did 3.4 billion in this first quarter, 2019-20, and
3.4 billion.
3.4 billion
With a B.
Yes, which represents a 10% increase, and that's a key variable where it's actually a 10% increase from the previous period, and the bottom line figure was a net profit accountable of 923 million, which also represented a 12% increase over the previous period. So for me, looking at projection, I think that they're poised now, based on the last figures that we just saw they reporting, to actually grow.
To keep growing.
To trending upwards now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're feeling bullish about Carreras?
Yes, but not only that, also because recently they, as you know, they basically dominate the whole cigarettes market, where now they're trying to create new products, and new products was launched as it relates to new types of cigarettes and a new variant.
Sure.
I think that will speak well to the sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that one. You also bought Supreme Ventures Limited. Now, you're part of the gaming industry, so from a high-risk investor point of view, tell us what the reason was for that buy.
Well, I wouldn't so much associate high risk with Supreme Ventures because Supreme Ventures has a very strong track record within Jamaica. For me, investing in Supreme Ventures is basically has to do with the outlook as to where they're going in terms of expansion. They recently invested heavily in the Guyana market, where they created new sales stream. But more importantly, and I'm maybe somewhat biased, where they recently took over the horse racing industry for Jamaica.
Okay.
And Jamaica's horse racing industry is valued at some $8 to $9 billion.
Wow.
And they're making moves, all their moves is centered around expansion. And it is my view that we have not realized the sales for all this expansion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see more expansion with Supreme Ventures within Jamaica or in the region?
Across the region, because the growth will happen locally based on investment in our local products having to do with the racetrack as well as new sales product that they have. The bookmaking industry contributes a significant portion of all sales. Supreme Ventures recently took over the majority owner of the bookmakers industry.
Bookmakers, okay.
So you see where everything is pointing towards. They're controlling the market not in terms of sales and coverage, but across the region where they invested heavily in Guyana also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. We're up on a break. We'll be back with a little bit more from Richard Longmore after this. Keep it here. Welcome back to the Masters competition. We are talking with Richard Longmore, our novice in the competition. He's from the Jamaica Racing Commission. Now, Richard, you're losing about $4,000 on Sagicor Group in your portfolio. Are you likely to hold that loss, and why?
Well, I recently invested in that stock, and I think that over the medium term, I'm expecting to see a recovery of that loss.
Okay.
As you would imagine, within the banking sector, Sagicor forms not so much a market leader, but one of those growth companies where the whole economic framework is favorable for them. What I mean by that is interest rate right now is at an all-time low.
Okay.
one of the main drivers for the banking sector is on lending money. So with a low interest rate, I see where a lot of online is going to happen with personal loan and the different variants. So I think that they're poised for growth. I have strong confidence in them. You see where they recently launched several new products, again on the stock market. The Sagicor Select Fund, that's heavily associated with the financial markets.
Yes.
As well as the Sagicor X Fund, which is real estate.
Okay.
So I think tying in real estate with the financial fund, Sagicor Select Fund, overall the group will definitely do well. So I'm in it for the long haul.
Generally speaking, real estate is a good investment.
It's a safe investment. It's the safest investment.
Right. So I've heard that. So we've been hearing more from Sagicor in recent months, in the last year or so. So you're feeling optimistic.
Very much so. Very much so. And while a bank, they have slightly diverged into the hotel and tourism sector, where they currently own some of the hotels on the North Coast. So we all know that the mining and the tourism sector were the primary drivers for growth in Jamaica economy. So again, Sagicor, I think that's a safe bet, and it's for the medium to the long term. They will recover. So $4,000 is chicken feed.
All right. Yeah. Chicken feed, you heard it here. We're going to have to leave it there, Richard Longmore. Thanks a lot. Richard Longmore from the Jamaica Racing Commission for joining us this week on the program.
Thank you.
Join us next week, same time, for another exciting episode of the Masters competition. Follow the pros and the one novice each week here on the Masters. Listen and analyze the strategies with the Masters on RJR 94 FM Thursdays at 8:45 a.m. as they challenge each other to stay ahead. Also, look out for their portfolios in the Sunday Gleaner. The Masters competition is a product of Today's Money Limited, brought to you in partnership with NCB Capital Markets Limited, Proven Wealth Limited, Money Masters Limited, Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited, and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. I'm Jean-Paul Manu. The Masters is another fine product from Today's Money Limited.